Hey guys, Swordine here today bringing you guys another YouTube video. And this YouTube video is about Thanos versus Sonic the Hedgehog, and it is the 5th episode in the Stick Fight series. So yeah, before I start, I'm going to talk about comic Thanos, and the comic of Thanos I will talk about is Infinity Conflict. And since Infinity Conflict doesn't have the Infinity Gauntlet, and the Infinity Gauntlet is Thanos' most recognizable trait, I'm gonna give Thanos the Infinity Gauntlet because why not? And for Sonic, it's nothing new. I'm sticking with my boy, Game Sonic. So without further ado, let's get straight into this, starting with Thanos. Thanos in Infinity Gauntlet, he killed nearly everyone. He even killed the abstract beings like Galactus. In fact, Thanos kills Galactus in one single hit. And that's not all. Thanos even killed people like Mistress Love, Saiger Hate, don't know if I butchered that name or not, Infinite. He even killed the Living Tribunal. I butchered those names, sorry. And all of that was without the Infinity Gauntlet. So this guy is quite strong even without the Infinity Gauntlet. So thanks to the studying of this episode of Stick Fights, I learned a new word called hyperversal. If I knew that, I would have stopped saying reality tier. But I still like saying reality tier more than hyperversal, so if anyone wonders what reality tier means, it basically just means hyperversal. Just wanted to get that out the way. So yeah. Now, Thanos is reality tier. And yes, there are different types of reality tiers, like there's high reality tier, low reality tier. If I was going to place Thanos, it's anywhere in the middle. He would just be normal reality tier. Not low, not high, just in the middle. So now it's time to talk about the Infinity Gauntlet. So there are 6 Infinity Stones that power the Infinity Gauntlet. So here's what all of the stones do. Number 1, the Soul Stone preserves the soul and allows life after death. The second Infinity Stone is the Reality Stone, and the Reality Stone allows a person to access the multiverse. Next, we got the Space Stone. It allows teleportation through space. Next, we got the Power Stone, and it makes a person more physically powerful, obvious enough. Next, we have the Time Stone, allows a person to travel through time. And last but not least, we have the Mind Stone. It can grant telepathy or intelligence. But that's enough about Thanos. Now it's time for Sonic. Sonic has been able to fight a lot of people. In fact, Sonic has defeated Emerald, who is a multiversal level being. Now, it is a wee bit complicated explaining how Emerald is multiversal, but to keep it brief and to the point, basically I did some calculations, and the calculations ended up with the Chaos Emeralds having a multiplier of 833 quadrillion. So Emerald absorbing stars and having the multiplier of the Chaos Emerald makes Emerald multiversal. So Sonic is able to beat Emerald in 30 seconds. That's insane. Also, Sonic has thought beings who could reality warp, like Infinite, and Sonic thought beings who could even travel back in time. So that kill the character when he's a baby thing, it is kinda dumb. And Sonic could just travel back in time if Thanos tried to do anything like that. But don't worry, you don't have to worry about that in this video, because I always hated when somebody would bring up the Mario could just travel back in time and kill Sonic. Yeah. Sonic has a fair share of enemies, and Sonic is always able to stand tall against them. And last but not least, Sonic can also get stronger every second. Sonic even says this himself in Sonic Forces. And it actually does make sense, and it's actually been shown in the series. Now, how it's been shown that Sonic gets stronger every second is without him even having to do a single thing. And after being tortured for 6 months, when Sonic fought Infinite for the second time, Infinite said that Sonic improved. If anything, Sonic should have gotten weaker by being chained up for half a year. So with that, it proves that Sonic gets stronger every second. Also, if we go back to the reality warping thing, Sonic doesn't really seem too bothered by it. I mean, yes, the reality warping does hurt Sonic, but it never puts Sonic in a state of panic or distress. In fact, one of the best qualities of Sonic is he never gives up. He always faces bad with a smile on his face. Even after 6 months of torture, Sonic was still making snarky remarks, teasing his enemies, and fighting with a smile on his face. He faces everything head-on with a smile. So no mind manipulation would probably affect Sonic too badly. But without further ado, it is now time for Thanos versus Sonic. Thanos wins. Thanos is absolute. There is none who can stand against Thanos. Thanos is all-powerful. Thanos cannot be defeated. That was strange. Thanos must have manipulated reality into him winning, thinking he actually did or something like that. Sonic won. So why? Why did Sonic win? Well, it's quite simple. Sonic has actually fought people who are way stronger than Thanos. like Solaris. Solaris can do nearly everything Thanos can, so yeah. Plus, Sonic has fought people who were close to being omnipotent. In Sonic Chronicles, in fact, Sonic fought Imperator IX, and it was stated that Imperator IX was close to being omnipotent. So, yeah. But Sonic might actually be omnipotent, because in Sonic Chronicles, Sonic was close to being omnipotent, and it's been a long time since those events happened. So Sonic might actually be omnipotent in his super form. And this would actually make a lot more sense than you might think, because Solaris, even though it's not explicitly stated, but Solaris is actually close to being omnipotent too. I mean, you could argue that he's even omnipotent, because Solaris can destroy anything. He's omnipresent, meaning he exists in all states of time, and he can create things. So, yeah. Also, adding on to people being omnipresent / omnipotent, I meant omnipotent, the Time Meter. The Time Meter can do a lot of things that Solaris can do, but I think the glaring thing that separates the Time Meter from Solaris is number 1. The Time Meter is stronger than Solaris, and the Time Meter isn't omnipresent. So if the Time Meter and Solaris actually fought, I think that Solaris would actually win, because Solaris is actually omnipresent and Time Meter is not. But that's not the point. The point is that Solaris and the Time Meter and Imperator IX are people who are close to being omnipotent, and Sonic can beat these guys. So yeah, someone being reality tier, yeah, it's strong, but Sonic has fought way stronger. Plus, if you still don't agree with anything that I have said, I have one last thing to say to you. Sonic can use ring time, and there's nothing that Thanos can do about that. But it always comes that time of day when I have to say, bye! Yeah, before I end the video, for real, I just want to say, I have no idea where all this support came from. Like one day I had only 226 subscribers, and then an hour later, I just go on my channel, and now I have 232, which is awesome. Also, thanks for all the support of the trailer. And that made me really nervous posting this video, because the trailer had the epic music and the epic visuals, and I really didn't want to disappoint you guys, so I hope I didn't. But for real this time, it always comes that time of day when I have to say, bye!
ABC